Hello, I'm Dermot Whelan, comedian, broadcaster, best-selling author and meditation teacher, and this is the Mindful Podcast. We've a bit in common, I think.
Yeah.
We're both great in bed.
Oh, that's the first time anyone has ever said that to me in a podcast. I like that. Sexual confidence.
I'm so happy to share with you my exciting new series in which I speak with everyone from Hollywood stars to technical experts about how to calm a frantic mind, understand our behaviour and explore our own potential. Cillian Murphy, how difficult is it to get in the zone?
Nobody really knows what makes a good performance or a bad performance, or what it is. That's where I find myself chasing down that thing of being in the zone or being in the moment or whatever it is.
I've always believed that unlocking our minds should be as fun as possible, and helpful tools like meditation should be accessible to everyone. That's why the Mindful Podcast is for everyone.
Who's in your front row? You have to have people who are rooting for you. Who is actually out there rooting for you to succeed?
Because I have such a lovely support in him, I've probably gotten better at wanting to nurture my downtime, because it's with someone who I want to be with. You know what I mean? Whereas before, I didn't really value downtime, or like...
It's just you and the 9 cats.
From hilarious and fascinating moments with my guests to deep and informative chats with our experts, this podcast is a new home for those whose minds are, well, full.
What I learned once I accepted anxiety, once I talked to my anxiety and embraced my anxiety and went, thank you for looking after me, but I don't need you to be as loud as you are.
I always see these things as necessary over the course of our lifetime, that we have a breakdown, which sounds a little bit controversial, right? But I see a breakdown as when you hit the point where you realise you cannot keep going the way you're going because you're out of line with yourself. You've gone off track with yourself, or something's becoming very clear to you about what you must do.
With weekly guided meditations, listener interaction and helpful tips, you'll get everything you need to unwreck your head and de-stress your life.
And I go to counselling and I ask questions. Sometimes I get the answers I want, sometimes I don't.
So what happened in terms of meditation was we had just played Electric Picnic. We headlined, and thankfully this time around I was able to be much more present, which has been a really nice way to be able to play shows.
The Mindful Podcast. It's serious transformation without being too serious.
Never ever get too good for carefree.
Yeah.
That
When you start going a la carte,
you're only showing off. I left that to the big boys.